right, guys, joining me at this time is another combat sports coverage super fight title this time. 145 pounds. We have Manny Vazquez. How you doing today, man?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Pretty good. So May 1st, Tomball, Texas. You're going to be going into a super fight, 145 pounds. How do you feel about this fight?
Feel good. Fighting a tough dude. He looks like he's real active. He's been killing it the last year, so should be a good match. Looking forward to it.
How active have you been? I know the pandemic's been kind of crazy and really slowed a lot of people down. How active have you been here recently?
Recently, I've been competing like every month as of late. I'm trying to get something in as often as I can. As long as I don't get hurt, I'm just trying to stay busy. Trying to get a lot of experience this year. Try to build my resume a little bit and get more into the grappling scene. You know, I've always been in the MMA scene, and I want to get more active get my name known in the jiu-jitsu scene as well. So that's the plan this year.
Took a lot of combat super fights.
Yeah, I had the last 2 months I've had one. So I had one. I was in McAllen, Texas in March, and then I was over in Cincinnati last month. So
kind of been all over the place now. What's the future have in store for you besides obviously the 145-pound title fight against Henriquez?
So I may finally be getting back in the cage at the end of May. I'm still waiting to hear confirmation, but yeah, I've been waiting. I've been out of the game for a while now. It's been a couple of years, and I'm ready to get back in there. After that, I've got like 3 more super fights already lined up throughout the summertime. Trying to do a tournament in late July, but I'm still waiting for confirmation on that as well to win a good chunk of money. So, yeah, got a lot going on. Got a lot on my plate right now.
You're just staying active, kind of the name of the game right now?
Yeah, just getting back in the swing of competing often, you know. I was out for so long that I just want to get back to how I was where I was training, like where I was just focusing on training, competing all the time, you know. In the last, 2 years, I've just been working, and I've still been training a lot, but I haven't really been, active in the competition scene. So I've been doing more coaching and working and all that. So I'm getting back to focusing on myself, my own career, and keeping the ball rolling.
So you were able to take some time off, heal up some nagging injuries. Is this kind of like the best version of you now because you're completely healthy?
Yeah, 100%. I was, what was I going to say? Yeah, the whole last year was crazy. I had a bunch of medical stuff I had to take care of, which kind of kept me out of competition. So, yeah, that made me kind of value this, and the thought of losing it kind of made it that much more important. That's another reason why I've been so active, you know. So you never know when you're gonna have to stop. So I'm trying to just keep going till the wheels fall off, you know.
So there was a possibility that you had to end your career?
Yeah, it was talked about. I mean, I was actually going through like chemo for a few months. You know, I got diagnosed last summer with lymphoma and was going through that for all the way up until October. So that was where my focus was. You know, I was out of the game for a while and dealing with that. And yeah, it made me really reprioritize what's important to me and really kind of lit a fire underneath me to get back in the swing of things. So not taking advantage of it, taking it for granted. Yeah.
It's definitely looking at the other side of the glass. You know, a lot of guys, obviously, they'd get something like that and they would just call it a day job and then go look for something else. But you finding it as something, you know, like the fire underneath you is kind of motivational.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is what I love, and this is what I love to do, and I kind of want to make a career of it. You know, I want to open my own gym, compete, make money competing, and live that life, you know.
Now, you talked about getting back in the cage soon. What's the possibilities that happen? You said May. Who's that for?
May 29th. I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything, but we're talking to Combate.
Without saying too much.
Yeah, we're talking to Combate about a possible opportunity at the end of May. So
excellent.
We'll see what happens, man. But yeah, it'll be a big fight. It'll be a good opportunity and get my name right back to where I was. So.
Now, you usually compete in MMA in 135 pounds. You're doing the super fight at 145 pounds. What is going to be your weight class going in the future?
So For day of weigh-ins, 45 is better for me. Day before weigh-ins, 35 isn't an issue really, but I'm real tall and skinny, so cutting to 35, I need at least 24 hours to recover. So if it's day of weigh-ins, you probably won't see me at 35. It would have to be some huge opportunity that I couldn't pass up.
Yeah.
But for the most part, staying at 45 or even 150, it's easier for me to I can get back in there and compete every other week. I don't really got to cut too much weight. Whereas 35, I need a little time to recover. That weight cut starts to take its toll on you.
You've had a very long, professional career at this point. You're right there on the cusp of breaking into the UFC. Do you feel like with a win or two underneath your belt, you're right back in the thick of things?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing, man. I was right there. I was coming off a big win, and then life kind of just, got in the way. And
threw a little monkey wrench in there.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think with one or two big wins, I'm right back there, ready to, get back into one of the big shows. So, whether it's PFL, UFC, doesn't matter. Just want to get back to competing at a world-class level,
And then, too, obviously taking these jiu-jitsu super fights, man, it keeps you active, keeps you going. Is that kind of the motivation behind it?
Yeah, I mean, I love jiu-jitsu more than – it's my main passion in combat sports. I love grappling. I was a wrestler first, got into grappling after that. And it's more sustainable, too. I only want to do MMA a few more years, really hit it hard and take it as far as I can get it. But the toll it takes on your body and for so high risk, so low reward that, for me, I want to finish out my career taking it as far as I can go. But with jiu-jitsu, it's more sustainable. I can compete longer later in the life and really take a lot less damage, give my brain a break and keep competing at a high level.
So owning a gym, stuff like that, that's obviously the future plans.
Yeah, my goal is to open up my own spot relatively soon, and then get going on that. But yeah, man, that's what I want to do. Just teach, train, compete. That's the life.
What is your belt in jiu-jitsu?
I'm a black belt. I'm a 10-pointed black belt under Omar Ocasio. He's right under Eddie Bravo.
Nice. How long have you been doing jiu-jitsu for?
Oh man, I started wrestling at 14, and then I think I started doing jiu-jitsu my junior year. I was 16 years old. So I didn't do like pure jiu-jitsu. I did MMA at 16, ran with that. Didn't start going to like a pure jiu-jitsu gym probably until like 2 years into my MMA career, I was already like a grappler, but then I didn't really start fine-tuning like jiu-jitsu at a pure jiu-jitsu school until I was already a pro. But after I found a good spot to train at, that was my main focus.
So you've just kind of been focusing on jiu-jitsu here lately. Obviously, I know you're getting back in the cage, but have you been able to get in like MMA rounds as well?
Yeah, I got a bunch of my buddies be coming every weekend. We still spar. I still stay sharp there.
So if anyone was willing to call right now, you could be able to jump in and fight.
Yeah, I'll be ready to go, man. I'm still training MMA. I still train MMA every week. I'm ready to go. I'm staying sharp. I just had a bunch of grappling competitions set up, so obviously the priority is there. But I'm always training at least striking a few times a week, and I spar MMA once a week every week, so I'm good to go.
You said you started wrestling in high school. Was it always kind of the goal to do MMA?
I think so. I mean, I started watching MMA when I was already in middle school. They left a flyer at my door when I was like 15. A couple months later, in the middle of the wrestling season, I jumped in and to this gym near my house and then just ran with it. That was all I cared about after that.
Haven't looked back.
Yeah.
Now, for you, combat sports coverage, have you competed with them before?
I have not. This is the first time.
This is going to be your first time.
Yeah.
Going for that super fight title as well. They have some pretty sweet titles over there.
They do, man. I saw the new belt. It looks badass. Can't wait.
Now, where are you in Texas?
Where am I?
Yes.
No, I'm in Chicago.
Oh, you're in Chicago.
I'm coming all the way down.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you're just coming down here to someone else's backyard to take their title and
exactly.
take it back to Illinois with you.
Yeah, man. I'm the bad guy. I'm coming in. I'm gonna get booed when I come out there, but it's all
That's
right.
fine.
It's all right. It happens, you know.
It definitely happens. As long as you enjoy the silence, it's good.
Exactly. You just gotta embrace it, you know.
No, for sure. So, what is it like for you to go into someone else's backyard and go ahead and take them on? Do you enjoy that type of spotlight?
I do. It kind of takes the pressure off you, you know. Everyone to them, your opponent is the man. You know,
Hmm.
they're expecting you to lose, no matter who you are.
For sure.
There's no pressure on you. You go out there, you do what you got to do, and uh, the best feeling, yeah, the best sound in the world is that silence at the end, end of the night. So that's what we're gonna look for. You know?
Do you? What's your game plan like? What do you plan on going in there and doing? Without obviously giving too much away.
Yeah, without giving too much away. I mean, he seems like more of a guard guy. I'm just gonna stay smart, stay heavy, and don't let him take advantage. Don't let him get underneath me. You know. So we'll see what he comes to do. Kind of stay patient. It's a long match. It's sub only, so stay patient. Just look for my opportunity, man. Just that's about it. Nothing too crazy. Just be smart.
Go in there, look for the submission,
Yep.
get it, go home.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Now, how do you feel about Texas? Have you ever been to Texas?
I love it. I love Texas. I plan on moving down south relatively soon. I don't know if I'm going to be in Texas, but I do love the South. I've fought in Texas before. I competed there earlier this year. Uh, it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite places to go to see. So I'm definitely excited to come back. I haven't been to Houston yet, so new place for me.
Houston is definitely an interesting place. I used to live there back in the day. I'm in Vegas now,
Yeah.
so it's a little different change of scenery.
Okay.
Still super hot, just not as it's dry out here, so I can
I
deal
love
with
Vegas
that.
too. Vegas is awesome. I love the dry heat.
No,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, man, I know you're at dinner right now. I don't want to take too much more of your time, but before I let you go, I want to give you an opportunity to give a shout out to your teammates, sponsors, anyone that's really helped you along your journey here.
Thanks to my team over at 10 Planet Lombard. Thanks to my coach Omar, all my training partners, and friends and family. Love you guys.
There you guys have it. Manny Vazquez going for that 145-pound combat sports coverage super fight title. He's going to be in a very exciting fight. If you're not going to be there in Tomball, Texas, May 1st, you could always catch the pay-per-view. It's going to be $4.99, and it'll be streamed on the Combat Sports Coverage website. Check them out, man. Thank you again for joining us, and I can't wait to see you guys compete.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good one.
You too.